everyone, and welcome to Edibon International. Today, we're going to be talking in this webinar about our teaching solutions on biomedical engineering. Before we start, there's a few things I would like to communicate. First one is that we are going to record this webinar, so it would be useful in the future for any type of educational purposes. And therefore, the entire webinar is going to be recorded. There's another important thing, is regarding a survey. We're going to make a couple of surveys along the webinar, in which I'm going to ask you gently to just click on the answer you consider the most appropriate, just information about you that are listening and taking your time to participate in this webinar. First survey is going to be pretty much institution. Where do you come from exactly? I mean, where are you connecting from? Is it a university? Is it a technical school? Is it a technical high school? Or is it a research institution or a company? And the second survey, which is going to be pretty much close to the end of the presentation, I'm going to be kindly ask you to answer which are the areas, because we do cover 14 different areas. We're going to talk about this in along the presentation, 14 different technical areas. And I would like to ask you which of the technical areas are the ones that you might be more interested, so we can schedule future webinars according to what you are interested in. Well, once again, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Carlos, and I'll be hosting this webinar for the next 45 minutes. I hope to complete in time. And one other important thing before we continue for the questions and answers, in this time, I would like you to, the chat is not working, it's deactivated. Therefore, we're going to be using only the questions and answers. Questions and answers, we're going to cover those questions and answers at the end of the presentation. So you feel free to ask as many questions as you want. I'll be working with my staff on the back that are going to be helping me with this and answering all your questions. For those particular questions regarding a particular equipment or a particular technical area, which is not the one that we're covering right now in this presentation, which is biological engineering, we're going to be sending you an email, and we are going to be contacting you later for those particular questions to give you the answer. Well, that being said, well, thank you very much once again. And now I'm going to share a presentation of what we're going to be covering in this webinar. Okay, good. So let's start with the first slide. Okay, the index. About this index, we're going to be covering, taking 5 minutes to talk about Edibon and who we are and what we do. And we're going to be sharing a quick video with you, which is the best way to explain what we are and show you where we are and what we do. And just a quick description of our sales department, you know, who's in charge of which area in the world. And then we're going to be talking about 5 minutes on our SCADA system, which is our one of our software packages that we offer without equipment. We're going to be sharing a quick video of what you're going to see on your display if you purchase equipment that happens to have this particular software package. Then we have the going to be talking about the website. Our website is a very important piece of information that we always like to share with professors and companies and students, because you can not only see the equipment, but you can download technical info. You can download information regarding the practical exercises you can do with each type of equipment, and these cover all 14 technical areas. However, we're going to be focusing just on one today. Okay, then we're going to be talking about biomedical engineering, which is the main topic of this webinar. We're going to be covering some basic topics, and at the same time, we're going to be explaining a little bit about the applicability in Edibon units. That means the units that we sell, we do have in catalog for this type of technical area. And then we're going to be presenting a unit. We selected one of our, I think it's one of our most complete biomedical unit. We're going to talk a little bit about the general description, technical info. We're going to be talking and covering some technical information, technical in details about the unit. And at the end, we're going to be sharing a video of this unit, okay? Last but not least, I'd like to close this webinar presenting our Muffler Air project, which is a European project, very important, in which we participated, and we are the only company now that provides this technology to help researchers in this pollution area. It's very important. It's not part of the topic. It's not part of the main topic, but it's something I would like to share, and I'm sure it will be of your interest. And at the end, like I said before, we're going to be covering all questions and answers. Well, thank you very much once again, and let's start. First, we're going to be talking about Edibon. That's number one. I'll be sharing a video real quick. Now, in this video, you will see pretty much a big picture of our company.
Throughout history, science and technology have become instruments of transformation in our society. Their influence is so important that it's unimaginable to live without them. They have become a key condition for development in today's world. In order to contribute to the growth of a modern and technological world, at Edibon we developed teaching equipment for engineering and technical education. With 40 years of experience in research, development and innovation, today we design and manufacture more than 4,000 different units and teaching systems in 14 areas of technical education. Edibon is a global benchmark and cooperates with more than 140 countries, both in higher education and in vocational training centers. Edibon equipment is 100% own design, which allows us to constantly improve and design new equipment with a unique technology, our SCADA system. SCADA is the acronym for Supervision, Control and Data Acquisition. It is a commonly used system in the industry, and we are the only company in the world who equip training and research units with SCADA. This system can be used at any time and in any part of the training process. All our equipment, electronic interfaces and software packages are 100% manufactured in our factory in Madrid, Spain, meeting the highest quality standards. At Edibon, we offer a comprehensive training and after-sales service. We have more than 14 high-level practical courses with advanced teaching and research equipment. In addition, we collaborate with consultants and consulting companies, offering our vast experience in technical education. At Edibon, we are committed to providing all our experience in the sector. Thanks to our team and their expertise, we can offer personalized and comprehensive service, which includes design, manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and technical consultancy for all our products. Edibon, transforming theory into practice.
Well, in the video, you just pretty much have a main idea of what we do and who we are. And one of the most important things is that we are worldwide. Our equipment are present in 140 countries or more. And that makes us one of the unique companies and in the field to present all these type of equipment. Our Edibon brand is present in different countries and in different continents in the world. So let's continue. So just a quick resume of what we just saw in the video. We design our own units, we manufacture them, and at the same time we do have our own quality control. Our installation, we supply only the installation, but we also supply or provide the training, on-site training for the equipment purchased by our clients. And we also provide a very well-structured after-sales service. So that means, that being said, we design technical teaching and research equipment, okay? We do cover, like I said before, 14 technical areas. Today, we're going to be talking about only one, but we go all the way through from physics, electronics, communications, electricity, energy, mechatronics, mechanics, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, process control, chemical engineering, food and water, environmental, and biomedical engineering. We offer a complete package of our certificates and good important thing that what I would like to share is the fact that we only provide a 5-year warranty and a 15-year spare parts availability. Okay, and that's an important thing. We normally develop our change design of our equipment, but at the same time, we provide the possibility to hold to the same spare parts for 15 years for each equipment. And our main customers, as you can read on the top right-hand side, you see universities, communities, and technical institutions. We also cover some research institutions and organizations, and we are present in more than 150. Our lines with businesses, we cover from our day-to-day, which is selling the equipment that we do have in catalog. We also participate in different projects. Normally, those projects are sort of bids or tenders, and we participate a lot worldwide in those bids. Complete laboratories, we offer the possibility not only to supply the equipment, but also to provide the installation for the entire lab. Turnkey educational project, which is just a complete project in which we start from zero all the way to giving you the key for the lab with all the equipment already installed, training done, and we also design the space where the units are going to be placed. Cloud learning, that means that we can provide education online, courses, custom-made units. I think we already talked about this when we say we don't only build units that are in the catalog, but we can adapt to the needs of our clients. In that case, we provide some custom-made equipment, where we are able to manufacture it would be like custom-made, and at the same time, according to the specifics of a client, which needs maybe for us to modify a particular equipment that we already have in catalog. Okay, and with contractor, with construction of technical buildings. Well, this is very important. We normally participate as a consultant to the units or to the building companies who are now planning on building new labs or new educational training facilities. Okay, we're going to talk now about our sales department. Like I said before, this is Ana, which is our Latin American sales manager, Carlos, which is myself, the United States and Canada market, Franco, who's responsible for for English-speaking Africa, Juncal, who's responsible for Asia, Francisco, who's responsible for all the Portuguese speaking countries, which is not only in Brazil and Portugal, but also some countries in Africa. Fernando, who's responsible for Europe, and Hin, who's responsible for North Africa and Middle East. So this is our entire staff for our sales department. Edibon SCADA. Now, SCADA system is an acronym. Okay, we're going to be covering that in a bit. So the basics of the unit is a SCADA system is an acronym for supervisory control and data acquisition. Now, this is a particular system that allowed us to recreate or acquire information real time, and we can also save that info for future purposes. Now, this is a quick example. I'm sorry. This is a quick example of one of our units, and you can see that just a teaching unit is nothing else but a a small size industrial unit. What we do is just we replicate the same process, but in a smaller laboratory size. Okay, Edibon is pioneering designing open SCADA for most industrial processes applications. So many of our units with our computer control have access to this SCADA system. And open SCADA also allows students to easily understand the industrial process. That being said, we have, like I said before, the unit is just a lab scale equipment simulating industrial capabilities. Then we do have sensors and actuators. Normally, these sensors, you can buy them anywhere. But in the case that for a particular sensor or an actuator that we need with a particular specifications that is not in the market, our engineers are able to create this sensor and manufacture this sensor, design it, and obviously install it in one of our units. The software, well, we develop pretty much all of our software. So supervisory software, control software, data acquisition software, data management software, and they're available in different languages. Interface control, we design and create our own interface controls, and the controls are designed by our engineers, allowing us to open and modify the system. That's pretty important, because sometimes when you buy an equipment and it goes with the interface box, and maybe in the future you decide to buy an additional equipment that is compatible with that interface box, what we do instead of acquiring a different interface box for that same equipment, what we do is just we update the one that you already have, either by software or by hardware. In case by hardware, you send us here the interface box, and we can, you know, include the connectors that are necessary for the future use, or at the same time, we can connect remotely to the software, and we can update the software, so you can use both units with the same interface box. Important to say, this is only when you have the same, you acquire the same unit that is compatible with that interface box. And the data acquisition board and PC will supply the data acquisition board, can be used in any other customer application. I mean, not only for our connection to the unit, but also to different purposes, commercial purposes. About expansions, well, we do offer a wide variety of expansions that go all the way from industrial expansions that cover PLC, FSS, which is fault simulation system. This is very important. So professors not only can teach students how to operate, how to use a unit, but at the same time, they can troubleshoot the unit. So students know and learn how to fix problem and how to solve in real time issues with the unit that might occur. For example, just in the case you're operating a teaching unit for electricity, we managed to create some different faults, like inverter is not working, or maybe you're losing power in a different line. So those types of examples are used normally when you acquire this FSS, which is a fault system simulator. And ECR, and the last one would be the monitoring the units. Okay, educational, you have ICAI, and you also have circuit simulators. Multipost, you have touch screen. This is an additional one we recently are operating. The mini SCADA net, where you can link different computers to the same with the same SCADA unit that you're presenting. ESN, Edibon SCADA net, ACL, I think we talked about it, which is cloud learning. And advanced research, which is our ELK and EMAC. Anyway, I'm not going to go deeply into this because this is more detailed information about SCADA. I think we're going to cover more detailed technical info when we arrive to the unit we're going to be talking about. But just a quick, before we leave the SCADA technology, I just wanted to share with you a video of what you will see in your display if you have a SCADA a unit connected to our SCADA package. Okay, and the first time you're going to see a diagram in the center top screen of your screen, which is the diagram of a unit. Okay, we are just utilizing a unit that is random, doesn't have anything to do with biomedical. But in any case, I just want you to show you on your top right-hand side, you will see the sensors, and you see how, in this case, sensors vary according to the speed of the fan. In this case, this is a fan. Okay, this is a turbine. Actuator, you can modify the speed of the actuator, which is the speed of the turbine, and you will see the graphic. Now, all this information can be recorded, all this information can be printed, and the most important thing is that you can select, according to your needs, you can select what type of graphic you want to show and you want to display. So you can select if you want to see the speed sensor. You can also choose to another type of sensors like temperature. An actuator, you can also choose different types of actuators according to the equipment. So the most important thing is that you can show 1, 2, or 3 graphics simultaneously, and you can control the entire unit by using the SCADA system. This is very, very used in the today world in the 4.0 industrial processing. And we are one of the few companies that provide this technology in our teaching equipment. Before we enter into the website, I would like to share real quick with you, like I said before, we're going to present a survey real quick. And I would like to present the first survey. This is going to be regarding the institution. I would like you to answer just what type of institution you're here with us. And you have 30 seconds to do so. So you just last 30 seconds, you might just click on which type of institution you're visiting us from. A government agency, a company, or a training center. It could be university, technical school, high school, intermediate school. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I will continue with the presentation. Thank you very much for your time for taking the survey. Okay, we are going to be speaking about the Edibon website. We do happen to have two, one for which is the general one, edibon.com, and one dedicated only and exclusively for the United States market. Why? I mean, they're the same units. It just happens to be a different structure of the website, but in general, they both present the same. I just want to give you this information for you to know that there's also a website about Edibon USA. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to be sharing the website or our website. Okay. Here, this is our website. When you see on your left top, you can choose products. And in this, when you choose products, you do happen to have all 14 different technical areas displayed. So let's talk about biomedical engineering, which is the one we're working on today. You just click on biomedical engineering and you have access to biomechanics, biomedical electronics, and biomedical equipment. So let's take, for example, biomedical equipment. We choose biomedical equipment. We go through view, and you will have access to all the different equipments that we do have in our catalog for this particular technical area. Let's pick, for example, this unit, the BICSC. Once you click on it, you can not only see the unit, which is already labeled as a Edibon SCADA capability, but you can also just, apart from quick news, you also have access to the catalog, which is a detailed technical information about the unit. We give us not only how is a quick graphic of how the unit is composed, but at the same time, you will see the diagrams. You will check on a little bit of more details of what's included in each one of the elements. What elements are included in each one of the units, I'm sorry. Quick info about the database and data acquisition board. And the most important thing, I think, for the catalog is that what exercises and practical exercises can be done with this unit. So that's one of the most important things. If you purchase the unit, you will receive 8 different manuals, and which one of the manuals is going to teach you how to proceed with the exercises, how to execute these exercises for students. Okay. Continue with the website. We have the lines, different lines of businesses. We already covered that when we were presenting the company. About us, I think we already covered that, but it's important for you to know that when you scroll all the way down, you can see news. And in the news, you will see updated information regarding our meetings, reunions, installations, and things that we might, different contracts or different projects that we might be working in the future. So we have also the different events that we do participate, like for example, in this case, the Universidad Jaime, which was a fair here in Madrid. We were there with the stand, we presented a company in a booth. And you can see some pretty much updated info regarding the company, okay? About installations, relationship with other universities, or technical institutions, research institutions, etc. In the case you want to contact us at the end of this presentation, I will also give you details of how to contact us, but this is pretty much the same. This is where we are located. We are here in Madrid, in Móstoles, which is part of the Madrid region. This is our main phone number, our main email. If we click on technology and we scroll a little bit down, it gives you more detailed info on the expansions. And I think that's one of the things. For example, let's take FSS. It gives you a display, a picture with what you will see on your display when you acquire this type of expansion. Okay, it also gives you the catalog that you can download, tender specification, and that so on for each one of the expansions we do have in our catalog. Perfect. I think we already covered data system, and now I'm going to continue with our presentation. Good. Biomedical engineering. Before we enter into speaking about biomedical engineering, I think it's important for us to understand what it is and what it exactly, how it affects our lives. So biomedical engineering is just the main concept. It's just biomedical engineering is an interdisciplinary field that synergizes principles from both engineering and biology to design, develop, and sustain technological solutions tailored for medical and healthcare applications. Okay, this is pretty much a general idea in which we combine engineering with science together for developing biomedical, biomechanics and biomedical electronics. Biomechanics is the branch of biophysics, study of the structure, functions, and motion of the mechanical aspects of biological systems. Computational mechanics goes far beyond. It's pure mechanics and involve other physical actions. In this case, chemistry, heat, mass transfer, electric and magnetic stimulation. And biomedical electronics, this is also the main concept, which is studies the concept and applications of electronics, microelectronics, and electronics control systems to develop accurate medical instrumentation and equipment. That being said, we're going to be talking a bit about the applicability in biomedical engineering for the units that we do have in Edibon. Remember, all of these units are available in our website when you link on product, like I just showed you before, and you can choose from there. You can choose the unit that you might be interested, and you can download all the technical info you need. In some cases, you might also be able to watch videos of the use of that unit. Okay. And let's start with the one of the units that we do have in our catalog, which is a computer-controlled biomedical patient biosignal simulation unit. Provide a set of practical exercises through which the students will understand the basic principles about monitoring a patient in realistic clinical environment, as well as interpret the most important biosignals patterns. Now, this is very important not only for doctors, but also for students who are in the nursing career. It's a very basic unit. It gives you all the basic info. It gives you all the even the capnography, blood pressure, all of the different vital signals of a patient that might help understand nursing students or future doctors how to handle a real human being. Biomedical electrosurgery, which is one of these units of consists of a restrict blood flow and improve the surgeon's ability during the interventions. Well, in this case, this unit is pretty much in general. I'm not going to go into details into each one of the units because we're going to spend here. We're going to be here until tomorrow if we do so. However, we selected, like I said before, only one unit to present and go in detail. Computer-controlled biomedical circulatory system unit. It's a unit that allows the students to learn how to interpret the results obtained by the viscometer and pressure sensors and apply results for diagnosing possible circulation problems. Okay, you might not be able to see it on your screen, but here, if I point it with my mouse here, there's one of those arm straps that you put in your around your arm when you're checking on your blood pressure. So you can use, in this case, it's not a dummy. You can use a real person to do so. Obviously, I'm sorry, I'm a real person, but you can create or simulate complications with that person without being a real human being that is having health problems. Computer-controlled biomedical ultrasound unit, I think it speaks by itself. Designed to study and experiment with the ultrasound effects. Computer-controlled biomedical electrotherapy unit. Designed to study and experiment away the low, medium, and high frequency waves affecting human tissues and acquire the necessary knowledge to work with electrotherapy unit. As you can see, most of the units are connected, are computer controlled, and they can also be connected with SCADA. So you will have pretty much the same display. You will see the same display on your screen when you use this type of technology. Computer-controlled biomedical spirometry unit. Computer-controlled biomedical diagnosis and auditory. Not shown here, but it comes with a couple of headphones, so you can provide the proper exam. Biomedical magnetotherapy unit provides a gauge measuring device so students can better understand the principle of this immunotherapy, including a bone simulator to understand the effect of magnetic field in the bones. Thermal effects of microwaves in biomedicine units. Microwave therapy uses microwave radiation to warm a specific area. Remember, these are all training or teaching equipment. These are not industrial. This is for teaching people how to operate this type of technology. And then when they go out in the field, they learn, it's simpler for them to understand how to use an industrial equipment in real life. Computer control steam sterilizer unit. It's a unit of control leak-proof drawer with automatic sealing that guarantees high process performance. The unit carries out the sterilization process of medical instruments and airtight chamber at high pressure and temperature through the proper software for monitoring the entire process. This is also a computer control, which is a SCADA. It could be connected to the SCADA system. Okay. Well, let's talk about the unit presentation. For the unit presentation, before we continue, I will quickly ask you to go through our second survey. Now, second survey is going to take real quick 5 minutes. No, I'm sorry, not 5 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. 30 seconds. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. For the next 30 seconds, I would like to ask you to choose which of the areas that you see here on your screen are the ones that you might be more interested in. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. For going to close the, okay, people are still clicking. So let's wait for a little 20 more seconds for people who are now thinking what they want to choose. People are still voting. Okay. Okay, let's stop it now. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, let's go through the unit presentation. The unit presentation happens to be a computer-controlled biomedical parameters and biosignal unit. Now, this is a very complete unit. I think I leave this one for presenting this unit because I thought it was, for me, the most complete, the most important, that pretty much covers everything and allow users to simulate the main human biosignals and monitor results in a biosignal patient monitor, which happens to be on the diagram that you see there and picture. You will see on your right and left hand side on the top, you will see those two instruments, which is the one is the monitor, and the other one happens to be the PC and also the monitor for the PC. Students learn how to interpret and perform the most important biosignal measurements: electrocardiographic, pulse oximetry, blood pressure, and capnography. Now, how the unit is structured, well, we're going to be covering pretty much what each element of the unit does. And then we're going to present a video which covers pretty much depth how the unit operates. Okay. Now we're going to be speaking about some technical details regarding this particular unit. Okay, here you see the computer-controlled biomedical parameters and biosignal unit. Okay, here as you can see, there's a little drawing of a human being, and in that case, according to what you planning on what you present on the SCADA on the computer controller. As I said before, on the computer, you can select exactly which type of issues you want to recreate, or problems, health problems you want to recreate with the unit, and that you might be evidenced on the little lights that you will see on that drawing of a person. Okay. You have oxygen saturation biomedical module. It also consists of a electrocardiography and temperature biomedical module, a non-invasive blood pressure biomedical module, a capnography biomedical module. As you can see, like I said before, it covers pretty much everything. Biomedical patient monitor, and PC, which is a touchscreen and computer where you can pretty much see and control the entire unit by that PC and computer. Obviously, it's important to say that the AEL PC and the touchscreen are an optional element. I mean, if you already have a computer that you want to use for this unit, and you have your own display unit, your own monitor, well, you don't need to purchase this one. I mean, this is in the case you want it. I mean, the unit can be operated without that particular PC or that particular touchscreen. You can also use your own in the case you just have one. Talk a little bit about this unit, but before we think you already saw pretty much how it is structured. It covers, like I said, the entire human being issues that can, I mean, human health issues that can be related with medical nursing for teaching purposes. So we're going to present a video real quick. I hope you enjoyed. It's 2.5 minutes. It won't take too long, but it's very important for you to see how the unit operates. Very well. So thank you. Now we're going to be speaking a bit about our mob for air. Now, mob for air, which is a very, because we're now getting to the end of the presentation, we're going to take 5 minutes just to talk about the mob for air, which happens to be our project regarding the environmental issues with the CO2 exhaust. And we participated in this European project, and we managed to get it well, because we're present in 4 different countries with this new project, and we would like to share it with you. Okay, so this is another video. Gonna be like a little 4 minutes of video, and it's a very complete. Here we go.
In order to contribute to the growth of a modern and technologic world, at Edibon, we develop innovative products and services adapted to our customers' needs, being always committed to improve the technology and optimize the resources at our disposal. We are a worldwide company with more than 40 years of experience in research, development, and innovation, operating in more than 140 countries, offering our know-how to create a better world in terms of research and development since our foundation. We develop technical training equipment and pilot plants for research centers, universities, and vocational training centers. Nowadays, there's a huge global problem with CO2 emissions, and although renewable energies may be a small solution, until now, there was no alternative that solved the real problem. How can we drastically reduce or control the CO2 emissions that we dump into the environment? In order to solve this question, the European Union committed to a big research project, the MOF for Air project. This project aims to find a new solution to capture carbon dioxide from power plants and industries in a more effective way. At Edibon, we have already developed a solution that allows the test of MOF-type materials for CO2 capture in industrial environments. The 3 plants supplied to different countries take the CO2-containing exhaust gas directly from the industrial plant chimney, then proceed to cooling, drying, and removal of pollutants from the stream. The core of the plant is an oscillating pressure absorption system. This system consists of 3 columns containing the MOF material, and when the exhaust gas flows through these columns, the CO2 is captured. Subsequently, this CO2 is recovered by creating a vacuum inside the columns. The 3-column configuration, together with a complex control and management system developed by Edibon, allows continuous operations, obtaining as a result a very high degree of recovery and purity. The MOF for Air project has involved the highest and most recognized researchers located in 25 different countries, and Edibon is the international leader, engineering and manufacturer of pilot plants to achieve a 55% CO2 emission reduction for 2030 and to be climate neutral in 2050. After more than 2 years of continuous research and innovation in our facilities, the results have been remarkable. The pilot plants developed by Edibon have been finalized, achieving a 92% CO2 reduction, greatly improving the initial results expected after these years working together. This means that in a much nearer future than expected, our air will be 92% cleaner. From Edibon, we offer a customized and complete service, which includes the design, manufacturing, installation, and maintenance of pilot plants tailored to the customer's needs. Edibon, turning theory into practice.
Okay, everyone, I think you pretty much have the main idea of the MOF for Air project. So, like I said before, this is doesn't have anything to deal with the biomedical engineering, but it's something that we normally like to share at the end of our presentations. Now we're going to be covering some of the questions. I remember I told you that if you have questions, you can submit it through the questions and answers. I do have a person who I cannot, unfortunately, somebody's raising their hands, but their names are in Arabic. And unfortunately, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't have the knowledge of that language. So if you please write on questions and answer your questions instead of raising the hand or clicking on raising the hand, because I cannot even say your name. Sorry. Regarding the questions, so we do have some interesting questions. We do have some specific questions that we're going to be answering directly. We don't have anything to do with, they do have to do with our company and with our equipment, but not precisely with our biomedical equipment. So in that case, we're going to be answering these questions directly to send you an email or having you contacted by one of our representatives according to where you are contacting from. Okay, so there's one interesting question here. Somebody, Mr. Eli. Mr. Eli is asking where are these units able to operate in hospitals or health institutions? Well, the answer is no. And quick question is that we don't have the certifications. I mean, we do have the industrial certifications, which are different for health certifications. So when you build a unit, in this case for training purposes, it has all the certifications for Europe from all the that we comply with different types of procedures to have this unit to work properly. Unfortunately, for the industrial usage or the health usage is not available or it's not certified for it. It could, I mean, it could in an emergency, it could, but they're not meant for that. They're meant for teaching. They're meant for training. They're meant for explaining a new doctor or a future doctor, not a new doctor, but a future doctor or a future nurse, how to operate and how to use one of those industrial units that you will see in the market when you go to your work. But in this case, these are only for training. So these are just for universities, colleges, schools, or research institutions, like I said before. So the answer is no. And here we do have Mr. Robert is asking if all the units in our catalog for biomedical engineering happen to be computer controlled or SCADA and able to be connected to SCADA system. Well, SCADA system, unfortunately, not all the units are required to be computer controlled. There are some very basic units. Like, for example, when we speak about biomedicals, the biomedical units are pretty much similar. I'm sorry, no biomedical, biomechanicals, that's what I meant, I'm sorry. Biomechanical units are pretty much similar to the ones that we do have in mechanics. Okay, in mechanics and our products, when you go under mechanics, those are pretty much the same. Not all of them, but pretty much the same. So these units are not specifically used for computer control, are very basic, are very manual. So they don't need to be computer controlled, therefore they cannot be connected to the SCADA system. However, many of the other units are, many of the other bioelectronics units are connected to computer control and can be connected with the operated with the SCADA system. Okay, so not all of them are, but most of them are, depending on your needs. Okay. Somebody is asking, well, this is not, that doesn't have anything to do with the biomedical. They have to deal with the More4Air. Say, can I receive more detailed information about More4Air to share in my country with other research institutions? Well, absolutely, yes. You have access to that information in our website. Like I said before, when we were, you know, navigating through our website, we managed to see some of these some of the news, and you can download some of the detailed information on these units. Hold on a sec. Okay, now we do have some other questions here. We have 3 more. Can the More4Air be replicated in other countries upon request? Well, absolutely, yes, sir. Yes, it can be replicated. It can be adapted to the needs of your, I mean, if you say replicated, I understand the same unit with the same technical data, technical characteristics. So yes, it can be easily replicated in any country in the world. Actually, as you saw in the video, the same unit was replicated in France, Spain, Turkey, and Norway, if I'm not mistaken. So Yes, it can be replicated anywhere. The good thing about our unit is that it's inside. It was built inside a container, so it's easy to transport, either by sea, either by truck, because by land transportation, and it can easily be installed anywhere you want the unit to be installed. All you need is just a truck or a land transportation, and obviously a crane that picks up that container and place it wherever you want. And it can also be, once you finish your research in a particular field or in a particular location, and you need to switch it to another location, all you need to do is just disengage, pick it up with a crane, put it on a truck, and send it somewhere else. Not a problem. Yes, it can be replicated. Absolutely, yes. Does the ESN work with Wi-Fi? Well, some units normally, remember, these units are sold worldwide, and unfortunately not everywhere in the world has access to Wi-Fi. Many of the labs are located in the basement. Many labs are located in mountains, or research institutions are located in the mountain. So yes, some of the units could be connected. Yes, could be linked. Some of the units can't. Okay. So it depends a bit. I mean, you're not saying internet, you're saying Wi-Fi. So it's quite different. When you say internet, yes, most of them you can connect to internet, and you can pretty much yes, link it. However, with the Wi-Fi, some of them can, depending on what type of Wi-Fi you have or the location. That's why our units are not mandatory for Wi-Fi. I mean, they could be used with Wi-Fi, but not all of them are for the mandatory use of it. Okay. Another questions we have here for Mr. Brimo. Let's see. Is there any online service from Edibon for BME students, for the beginners? Okay, this is a very good question. Well, when you say online service, are you referring to the fact that you already purchased a unit and you need aftermarket? Yes. Once you purchase a unit, you do have a staff of engineers from our side that not only go to the place and do the installation and do the training on site, but we can also provide, for these type of units, we can also provide the distance training. When you say for students, I understand that you want one of our engineers to be the instructor. Well, normally we teach the professors who are going to operate the unit. We don't teach the students how to use it. We teach the professor, and the professor teaches the students, because remember, the students rotate. So we need just one person, which is the one or two or three, or as many as we can. I mean, we can train the professors, yes, or the operators, and they can teach the students, but we don't normally provide this type of courses for just the students. And I don't know if I make myself understandable. When you say for beginners, well, yes, if you purchase a unit and you need to operate it, obviously we will send somebody there. We will be training, we will stay there 1, 2, or 3 days as necessary, and we're going to train as many people as we can. But we do not provide further just training for students. Like we don't have teachers here, we just have engineers. So we teach how to use the unit, how to operate it. But the thing is that the person who's going to run the unit in that location or in that lab needs to be able to learn the entire system, how to do maintenance, how to do operate, and obviously teach the students. If in the case that we're talking about, maybe you change a professor, maybe a professor quit and there's another replacement, and this one needs to learn how to use the unit. Well, in that case, we provide the training. Yes, absolutely, yes. We can provide the training. We can either do it online. Absolutely, yes. Yes, we can provide it, but not to the students. I mean, to be honest, we don't really, students, no, we do teach in different fields, and we do have online programs for students, but in this case, our students are going to be going out to the field, like, for example, air conditioning maintenance, electronic electricians, electronic maintenance. those type of things. So they go out in the field and work, but that's something different. That's because we work with different governments and we provide education for a workforce of a government. But there's something we can talk about. I mean, I don't understand. I'm just trying to give you a wide idea, Mr. Primo, but I'm not really clear about your question. However, I'm trying to give you all as many answers as I can regarding this. So I hope I answer your question. What else do we have here? Okay, we do have more. What kind of training do you provide after buying a unit? Well, like I said before, after buying a unit, we send somebody to the facility if you choose to. Otherwise, sometimes people say, I buy the unit and you provide me the service online. Either the installation, we have done that in the United States many times. We send the unit and then the professors say, okay, I have the unit here. I'm going to sit here with other professors and we're going to install it. Well, they have the manuals, they have everything. And sometimes they say, okay, we would like to connect with one of the engineers, and the engineers can teach us a little bit how, different procedures. So yes, we can do it online, we can do it on site, and we can do it obviously by providing you all the detailed information that you need for making installation and the training, which are the manuals. Like I said before at the beginning of this webinar, we happen to have our manuals in many languages, and our catalogs, and then the technical data can be downloaded in many languages. So it will be easier for whoever is going to install. If it's not going to be one of our engineers, whoever is going to install it, well, he's going to, by following step-by-step the diagrams. And if they need support, we can provide that support online. Do you train professors in Spain or in country of the country of the students? Well, we can do both. As a matter of fact, right now we do have a couple of professors who are doing training here in our labs from Papua and New Guinea. They came on Monday, and they will be leaving on Friday. So they're going to spend the whole week with our engineers and with part of our staff to teach them how to use their equipment. They were focused. I mean, they came here to train on a specific 2 or 3 specific equipment, which are related with electricity, and they're doing their training here. Yes, so we can either receive the professors here and train them, or and provide training, or we can send somebody to train the professors in their countries. Absolutely, yes. We normally do that instead of professors coming here, because professors coming here, depending on where they come from, they're going to spend at least 4 days, 5 days. In the meantime, we can send an engineer, and not only does the installation on site, but it can also stay 1 or 2 days teaching. So you not only install the unit, but it also train the professor. Okay, so yes, we can do that in Spain, or we can send somebody to train the professors all over the world. Not a problem. Where do you train the professors? I think we already covered this. We train them either here or abroad. Yes, Mr. Gan, I'm American trained. Absolutely, yes. A little bit about my background. My name is Carlos Larraz. I'm from, to be honest, I'm from Italy. I'm not even from Spain. And I grew up in the United States, so that's the reason why, like you say, this is one of the questions. I'm sorry. One of the questions is like if I have a background, American background, because my English is sounds American. And absolutely, yes, I do have American background. I grew up in the States when I was a kid. My dad was a diplomat, so I was lucky to grow up in the United States. So that's why I pick up the accent and the pronunciation from the Americans, even though I'm half Spanish and half Italian. Okay. Well, I don't think there are many other questions. I think we already covered pretty much everything. Thank you very much once again for joining us. Well, we just apologize for exceeding 5 minutes of time, but I think the questions were good, and I just wanted to give you as much info as I can. Thank you very much once again for joining this webinar, and have a great afternoon. Thank you, and anything you need, we are here in Edibon for any questions you might have.